So tonight's film was Susan Seidelman's musical Chairs, which came out in 2012. It actually opened opposite the Hunger Games, except the Hunger Games was in like a million theaters, and this was in like 12 theaters. And I really love Susan Seidelman. I loved her films from the 80s. I discovered them last year. I watched them all in like a 3 week period. Her 80s films, from Smithereens all the way through She Devil. Fantastic films. Um, I really wanted to love this film. And it's not that I hated it, but it was like it made me miss how spunky she was in the 80s as a director, because this is a very safe film. It's a very predictable film. The main thing it has going for it, because the story is just not good, it's just not a good story, is the cast. The cast is really good. Everybody in the cast is very charming. They all have great chemistry, and I will admit there were times, because the cast is just so effervescent, that I was like, like, oh, because it's a very like warm your heart kind of film, and there were some parts where I was like tearing up a little and like, ooh, but for the most part, it just sort of felt like, I'm surprised it got released in theaters. It feels like a direct to DVD, direct to Netflix kind of movie. That said, it also stars a pre-fame Laverne Cox, and she is the best thing about it. Like, the whole cast is good. She is great. She is a star already, and she's doing the best she can with this material, and looking fabulous the whole time, looking so good. I just wish the whole movie were as good as she was, I guess, or I just wish the story was better. I don't know. It's one of those movies where it's like the cast is so good and so charming, and yet the movie is just sort of limp. Um, it's a good watch, especially if you're. I'm trying to complete Susan Seidelman's filmography, so I'm a completist. I have watched a lot of crappy movies for Humphrey Bogart. I can I complete filmographies. Says the woman who's seen 65, 64 Joan Crawford movies, filmographies. They're my bag. So this is on Cinemax Go until the end of the month, and then it's gone, and then who knows when you'll get to see it again. So if you want to watch it, and you have Cinemax Go, watch it. It's definitely like if you're a fan of Laverne Cox, it's definitely worth watching for her, because she's amazing. Like, from the first frame she's in to the last frame, she just steals every scene. So yeah, and I guess fans of the originals, the actress is in it is Leah Pipes, and she's the star of that. And I just realized I didn't say what the movie was about at all. It's about a ballroom dancer, and I guess he's like a first generation born in America, Puerto Rican. Like, his parents are from Puerto Rico, and he's born in New York. And he also wants to be a dancer, but he mostly works in their restaurant and works at the dance place after hours. And in a really shitty CGI car accident, the Leah Pipes character, her name is Mia, gets hit by a car, and it's just really, really bad CGI. And then her spinal cord is useless, and so now she is in a wheelchair. And the rest of the film is about the lead guy, Armando, trying to convince her to, one, cheer up, and two, dance again, but as in wheelchair dancing. And then he starts teaching dance to the other people in the rehabilitation center, including Laverne Cox and Morgan Spector, who was on the last few seasons of Boardwalk Empire as one of Capone's brothers. So, and he was good too. Like, and then it goes, and then his meddling mother wants him to marry his friend from childhood, and you can just see where that goes with the melodrama. So that's and then they go to the competition. Just a very basic movie, but I didn't hate it. that's what my mom would call damning with faint praise. Um, take from that what you will.